We're back on the ETBU Coaches Show. Marty Robinson here with head acro and tumbling coach Farrah Dunaway, and you guys had your first inaugural competition here at Arnellis against Baylor, and very exciting. A lot of people were tuning in who are fans of ETBU sports. So, from the coach's perspective, kind of talk about what are some of the things that you saw from your team, and what were you pleased about overall with the first meet?
There were several things that I was pleased about with the athletes for the first meet. Going into it, we'd done a lot of preparation on competing against a faceless opponent with hosting the national champions the first meet at home, in addition to the first meet ever. So I feel like they were they were being prayed for ridiculously, but I felt like they had a good mindset going into it. They were hungry to compete. They were hungry to begin this next chapter of their journey in acrobatics and tumbling, and it was really great to just watch them get out there and compete and have fun doing it. We had specific goals going in there, like, just safety being one of them. If you can conquer the mentality aspect of sports and sell it in some pill or shake, you make a lot of money. So just getting them mentally prepared for the meet was great, and then watching them actually compete with the desired mindset was wonderful. It was great to be able to watch them celebrate each other's successes and think, or you could kind of just see that even when they didn't get maybe a score that they had hoped that they might have gotten, they were still celebrating the smaller successes in that. So yes, there was still some execution. Yes, there's things to build on, but there's still execution there. They were probably celebrating the fact that it was over also, and they didn't have to worry about it anymore, but just celebrating the successes, and even when it may not have gone as planned exactly, they just kept going and were not defeated. So that was so great to see. It was great to see them after they competed their elements. They would come back in and talk about, okay, this is what happened. This is what we can do better next time, which is so great because that just takes so much off of me as a coach to have to identify for them what could get better. They're able to do that on their own, which I feel like a proud parent in that moment. But so that was great to see. I just feel like overall they just fell in love with the sport even deeper, which is great because they labor so much and they put so much into it. So it was so wonderful to be able to just see this blossom from, this bud of, okay, this is what we've been working towards and this is what, we're about to experience. And then that just to blossom into something beautiful was just very overwhelming to me and just a joyous thing for all of us. So, all of that was great to see. I wasn't really worried about the score for their first meet. So execution and safety and focus and just having fun was really what we were going for Saturday, and I think we achieved that. I think they had a good time, and we celebrated some successes. So, and it was really great to see our fans out there, and people in the community, people that don't know the sport. We got a ton of just feedback from even other acro and tumbling coaches. Was so sweet. The NCATA is a family, so it was really great to hear feedback from other coaches, whether they are first-year programs or other small universities. It was really nice. The girls got individual cards from our president, just explaining his joy and his just gratitude for them and their work. So that was nice. And, they just feel loved. They feel prayed for, and they feel loved.
Absolutely. And it's great to hear you kind of say that, because I was just thinking in my mind, that was actually going to be my next question. What was kind of the feedback, with this being your first meet? So I think you were kind of reading my mind on that one.
Yeah.
But it's great to see that they were ready to compete and just had fun with it, because then now everyone who's out there watching, they can now get behind it even more, even though this is a sport that's never really been at ETBU, and now they have something to rally around, and that's just great to hear. I know I was excited as well, but you guys are traveling this week, going to the East Coast, to North Carolina, then to South Carolina to compete against Belmont, Abbey, and Limestone. So just kind of talk about, going on the road now to compete. That's going to be an adventure in and of itself. So just kind of talk about the mindset of the team in that regard, if you can.
So this will be our first big trip with the team. And I'm traveling with all females, and it's a younger group of girls. So I think one of the challenges for us on the road is going to be, are we going to stay rested? Are we going to stay hydrated? Are we going to stay with a mentally focused mindset going into this week? They are excited about it. I'm a mom too, so there's a lot of this, like, well, are they going to, when I put them in their beds, are they going to stay in their beds and, just make sure that they're getting good sleep, or are they going to be up talking girl talk all night, so I just think that the whole, there's something to be said for home field advantage, and we're definitely not going to have that. But, we're really blessed at this university for being able to fly out and not having to ride buses or vans for the good 12 to 15 hours. Yeah. So, we're doing it the best way here at ETBU. But traveling is a challenge, and we're going to go into it with hopefully a mature and focused mindset, and know that we have a job to do on the road, and that job is to stay focused and to take care of our bodies and to take care of each other, because if we don't do that, then we don't have a program or a team for the next competition. If we don't stay focused, get good rest, eat well, and take care of each other on the road.
And just going back very quickly to some of the things you said about what you saw in the first competition here at home, what are some of the things you think you can take from that competition to implement it into this weekend's competition against primarily D2 opponents?
Okay. Yeah. One thing that, and I don't want to be a negative Nelly, but I guess, I was a lifeguard when I was little.
It's okay, you're a coach.
And a mom, and you just try to just anticipate things. And one thing that I need to look out for is just make sure that we as athletes don't settle with small successes, and that we're still continuing to be hungry, and we're still continuing to get better, and not just, that executed last time, even though I stepped 5 or 6 times, but, that executed last time, so I don't need to improve. There's always room for improvement in this sport, and, your shot values may not change, but your level of execution and your level of cleanliness and synchronization and all of that, there's always room for improvement on that. So I don't want us to be complacent. I don't think, no matter if you're a Division 1, 2, 3 national title winner, or if you're a first-year program, you just can't ever get complacent in your sport, because I think that is a crack in a foundation and completely can come crashing down in every aspect of the meet, metaphorically and physically. So one thing that we definitely have to build on is yes, that meet was a great success in my book. But we can't stay there. We can't stay at that level of execution, and we can't stay at that level of mentality. We've always got to get better. We've got to make changes to the synchronization errors, or the execution errors, or the stepping, the levels at which we do things. And so my prayer for them, my coaching focus is going to be, we just have to get better. We're not going to allow the fact that we're traveling be an excuse for why we're not able to continue to get better. So going into it this weekend, we're just gonna focus on, again, what we have been we're taking care of each other. We're gonna stay well hydrated and take care of our health, take care of ourselves. But we're gonna get better. We're not gonna say, okay, well, last week we've kind of shown everybody what the sport is, and no one died, so we're fine. We have to get better. We have to get better. So that was a great foundation for us, but we have to build on it, or we're not doing our jobs for the sport or as athletes and coaches.
Absolutely. Well, thank you once again, Coach, for being on the show here today. You can follow all things ETBU Sports at goetbutigers.com or follow us on social media at goetbutigers. Once again, Mark T. Robinson and Coach Farrah Dunaway. We will be back on the ETBU Coach Show with another coach. You'll see who it is on the other side. Thanks for watching.